Let's
Cool.
go with too expensive.
Okay. What do you mean when you say too expensive?
I mean, $7,000, man. That's a lot of money.
What do you mean?
I mean, like just $7,000 going in a bank account. Just one go. That's it's a lot.
Sure, sure. Is it just the fact that it's all in one go, or is it that you feel like it's not worth you being able to like stop X, Y, Z pain and problem and stuff and actually help you to do X, Y, Z
Yeah,
goal, or like, I guess uh, what's really going on?
yeah. I guess if I get all of those results, I can see that it's worth 7K. But at the same time, I've
Okay.
never really
Why do you
invested in
feel like it
something
would be
like
worth,
this.
well, why do you feel like it would be worth the 7K?
Yeah, because I'm gonna lose all this weight. I'm gonna feel way better in my body. I get to play with my kids way more. Probably my wife is gonna find me attractive. And all of those reasons.
Okay. And you're sure that's worth 7K to you? Because some people, like, that's just genuinely not worth it.
No, for sure it is worth 7K if I get the results. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it sounded like you're about to go on to say a minute ago that you just hadn't spent that much on to go before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Is there, what else? What else is concerning to you? Is there anything else that would stop you from, I guess, moving forward so that you can do all those things that you mentioned?
I guess no, man. I would love to run it by the
You're
wife as
sure?
well. Yeah, I would love
Okay.
to run it by the wife as well. It's a lot of money. But yeah, I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling positive about it.
Okay, cool. When you say run it by the wife, what do you mean by that?
I mean, I just don't want her to be like shocked when she sees like leaving 7K leaving out of the bank account like right away without telling her.
Sure, sure. I suppose that makes sense. What else?
No, that's it, man. I feel good about your guys' program.
Okay. Um, do you feel that it can actually get you from the place where you are now with XYZ problem, which is causing ABC pain, to the place where you can finally like achieve XYZ goal, so that you can ABC dream for you, yourself, your future, your family, your wife, etc.? Or how do you feel?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Like I couldn't do it myself. That's why I'm here. I
Sure.
definitely need some help, and it looks like the system you guys have can get me there.
What specifically about like the program and the system that we put together do you feel is actually going to be the most helpful for you? Like what makes you
Yeah, I
so
guess the
confident this is going to work for you?
I guess the accountability side. Like I tried this for years, just doing it alone myself. Like never actually stuck to it. Always something came up. I feel like the accountability would be the most helpful.
Okay. Why specifically the accountability do you feel like, aside from just the fact that maybe you've fallen off in the past, but why do you feel like that's
Mhm.
really going to be the key to the castle for you?
I feel like just me alone. I'm not that consistent for the things I'm doing for them to result, in a couple of months to big results. I feel like the efforts I'm putting in alone myself is just not going to cut it. And I don't want it to be like this anymore.
Okay. So like scale of 1 to 10, one being you absolutely feel like this is the stupidest thing in the world, you hate my red beard. 10 being you feel reasonably certain this thing can get you to where you want to go. Where do you feel like you fall?
Yeah, I thought your beer was orange, but yeah, let's go.
It's a little orange.
I guess I'll say a 9, man. You never know until you try fully. So
Right.
I can't say
Okay.
a 10, but I'll say a 9.
Why not a 1?
Um, can never be a 1. Laughing.
Okay. Fair. Okay. What do you feel like it would take to be a 10? I know you said that it may not necessarily exist, but
Yeah.
what would it take?
Uh, I guess we'll never know because we never
Well,
tried it. So
if you did know, what would it take?
honestly, I don't think there's much that I can say to improve the program, but I feel like am I going to stick to it? Like that's my question. I haven't been consistent so far.
Cool. We'll pause there. So CIT did that. At that point, what I would probably go for personally is a reframe on number one. He's just never done it before, so it's a little bit scary. That's probably like the most meta thing. If he wasn't scared of it, he probably wouldn't necessarily need to go chat with his wife as much. Maybe he would. I don't know. The wife thing is like,
It
you
was a
know,
smoke screen.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't
It
want
can
to
sometimes
take responsibility.
it can sometimes be real, it can sometimes not. But what was interesting is I would definitely bring up, you know how I mentioned accountability was the reason that he wanted to do the program, was how he felt like it would help him the most. And specifically, it was like making a decision and then sticking with it for the long term. So like, do you see the connection between that and the wife objection?
Yep,
If
exactly.
if he's made a decision in the past and hasn't stuck with it, like he wants somebody else to make the decision for him.
Would you suggest that you actually digging into, like, ultimately, if your wife was here, would she support you
Nah.
by, nah?
Probably not. I would have gotten into it in discovery a good bit as to like, how does your wife feel about you going and getting healthier so that you can do X and Y and Z, and what sort of impacts has this had on your family, and why would they want you to like go and actually solve this? What would that mean for them? What would that mean for you as a dad, as a husband, etc.? Like, I'd get into that in discovery for sure, so that at the end, I really don't need to ask it. We've already covered all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the different part that, like, still getting my head around it. Like the way that I was learning is like on discovery. I mean, it was important, but not like extremely important, like that's
Yeah.
different,
Yeah. The reason that, like, personally, I do it this way is because there's no pressure in discovery, because there's
Yeah.
no price dropped yet. In objection handling, it's kind of like the frame flips a little bit. Even if you do everything right, after you drop the price, your relationship with a prospect changes. Now, if you're in sales and your income goes up and down like a fucking roller coaster every single month, and it feels like a casino, like you never really know what you're going to make next month, and that anxiety, that stress just gets you, I get that. I have lived that in my entire first year in my career in sales. And I struggled until I figured out that the one skill that I really needed to be successful at sales was adapting my communication and my process to each individual prospect that I ever spoke to. But that took me years and over $1 million invested into coaching and mentorships and learning in order to even figure that out and fully learn it and actually master it. You see, I learned that most average salespeople sell the same exact way to every single person, but the ones who are really successful, the ones who make 30, 40, 50K every month for years on end, actually adapt their process to understand the person who's in front of them and sell to them the way that they want to be sold to. They simply read the person in front of them. They understand how that person thinks, how they buy, how they make decisions, and what they need to hear in order to do so. And they just simply adapt, and it works every single time. That is what we call adaptive selling. And that is a skill that turns every cold lead into a closed deal. And once I figured that out, I kid you not, my income skyrocketed. It doubled month over month for the next year straight. And that skill is why I created the Black Belt Closer. Here's what some of my students have done with this exact approach. Ahmet went from inconsistent 5K months to over $30,000 in just 20 days of working for a month. Joe went from 10K a month as his top month as a closer to consistently making 30K a month for the next year straight, and then becoming a sales coach and making 80 grand the very next month. Oscar went from inconsistent 5, 6, 7K months, even his top month was a 10K month, to consistent 20K months and even a $32,000 commission month on the way. That was the biggest income month of his entire life. And one of his best friends, Brody, who also signed up, went from, he was doing anywhere between 5 to 15K a month consistently to 25K a month consistently, and his top month being $29.3 thousand in commissions. And he even made upwards of $9,000 in commissions in a single day. Velko is another example. He consistently makes $45,000 to $50,000 every single month and has been for almost the past year. Ethan, same thing. He started with zero sales experience. He was brand new and he went from $0 to $20,000 a month consistently in just a year. And Vince made over $12,300 in commissions in his very first month as a closer, even as a brand new beginner. Renee went from closer to sales manager and even sales director, hitting 20 to 30K months consistently for 6 to 12 months. And these guys and the thousands more that I've coached on this exact adaptive selling system prove that it works. And once you learn it, you can finally stop hoping that the right person just magically shows up on your call, hoping the right person is fed to you like a baby bird from marketing, which, let's be real, can go up and down every single month. You never know what the fuck's gonna happen there. And you can start adapting your process in a way that you know for a fact will work for every single person that you call, every single person that shows up on your meetings, and finally start making consistent money in sales every single month after month, year after year, like clockwork. And you can do it no matter what offer you're on, no matter what happens with marketing, and without even having to change your selling style that you're used to, that you've paid thousands of dollars to learn and probably thousands of hours to practice. The freedom that you got into sales for is finally here. Click the link down in the description below in order to see if Black Belt Closer is the right fit for you.